Okay, everybody, I wanted to talk about this story that I read today. It's from The Athletic. Author is Katie Strang, and it's one of the one of the silliest stories that I've heard. Really kind of weird stories that I saw for the day. But basically, as you can see the title, it says ESPN used fake names to secure Emmys for College Game Day stars. And it starts off March 2023. Shelley Smith, who worked 26 years as an on-air reporter for ESPN, received a call by the network's head of studio, Stephanie Drewley. They had to talk. It was something serious, and basically, they told Shelley Smith, "You have to return the two sports Emmys that you have been given more than a decade earlier." And this was a request that was made by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. They're the organization that administers the Emmys. Basically, they said that the network was able to get more than 30 Emmys using fake names on-air talent that was ineligible to receive them. Okay, so since 2010, as you can see, ESPN inserted fake names in the Emmy entries and then took the awards home. Basically, what they were doing is they were putting the fake names that were similar to the actual on-air talent, and then when those fake names won, they would then re-engrave and give it to the actual person. And so uh, it was discovered. I don't know who let it be known, but um, no one really knows who orchestrated it. It's the on-air talent did not know that this was happening, but you can see there that all the big names from ESPN, they all won something that they might not have technically won. Now, the reason that ESPN was giving fake names is due to kind of a silly thing, and I'm going to scroll down and find it. Okay, so the reason that this was done was the nexus of it was because on College Game Day, basically the honor talent was prohibited from the guidelines by that National Association of Television and Sciences from being included in a credit list in that category. So hosts, analysts, and reporters, they could win the individual awards, but they couldn't win an award. So like say College Game Day won an award, they then couldn't win the Emmy as well. And so basically what happened is ESPN would then add in the credits of the show fake names so that they would get the Emmy as well and then re-engrave it. Okay, that's to prevent double dipping. That's why the NATAS had it to prevent double dipping, where people could, uh, you know, have a chance to win multiple Emmys. I'm not totally sure, but that's what they did. So you can see here some of the names that were done: Kirk Henry, obviously Kirk Herbstreit, Lee Clark, Lee Corso, Dirk Howard, Desmond Howard, Tim Richard, Tom Rinaldi. They appeared in all 7 years. These were the credits of the show, right? So Stephen Ponder, Sam Ponder, Gene Wilson, Gene Wojciechowski. They were in five. So you kind of see there some of the names that they were doing. Chris Fulton for Chris Fowler. So it's just very interesting. You had Eric Andrews for Aaron Andrews. These are all the names that were doing it. And uh, they kind of excused the behavior for saying, hey, this is because of egos. We want to make sure that the TV guys know that they have won this. But so we'll read this part of the article. When asked by people at the network why people at the network was keen to secure trophies for on-air talent, one person involved in the ESPN Emmy submission process in recent years said, "You have to remember that those personalities are so important, and they have egos." Smith, for one, pushed back at that and remarked how some executives line their office shelves with statuettes. One executive interviewed during ESPN's probe said that some company leaders were obsessed with the Emmys, using the numbers of wins each year to prove their dominance over competitors. It's very important to the people who go to the ceremony and the old school television guys. Additionally, many at ESPN thought the rule preventing on-air personalities from getting statuettes for a win by the show was stupid. They may have just decided to do something about it. The rules be damned. Now, I kind of agree with that. I think it's a stupid rule. If they're on the show and the show's winning, why should they be prevented from double dipping? That's a stupid rule, but it's a rule. And so ESPN is having to have its on-air talent return some of their Emmys. So I found this I found it very interesting, this whole article. I'll include the link to it down below in the description of so you guys can go read it. But the fact of the matter, and the fact that ESPN had this type of a scheme to do this to ensure that their talent was going to win, it's just funny to me. And the problem is it adds to this narrative that ESPN has become so worried about itself. I I just wanted to talk about it because I didn't have that on my list. You know, ESPN's been under fire for what happened, especially with the college football playoff. Now you have it where they're putting out fake fake names for their on-air talent to win. Again, I don't disagree. Stupid rule. They made it. It sucks for the on-air talent that's having to return these Emmys because they were earned through ill-gotten ways. It's kind of embarrassing. Again, no proof that anybody who won because of the names that were being submitted knew that this was a scheme. No one really knows who started it. It just was done. So it's just an embarrassing moment for ESPN that you're having to return all these Emmys for your premier college football show. And I think it was done to really kind of sell, hey, we're the best, we're the greatest. Go out to the advertisers. You want to be advertising with us because look what we have. So let me know your thoughts down below. Again, do I think it's that big of a deal? Not really. But you just don't want this to be something that is coming out that you're trying to undercut. You knew the rules, and you might not agree with them, but you knew the rules. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. If you're enjoying commentary, we do the breakdown videos as well. I do want to give a shout out to all of our members of this channel, especially those at the booster member or above. You're seeing their names scroll across the screen here on this video. If you wish to have your name in a video just like this, make sure to join as a member at this particular level of booster and above. All members, however, get early access to any video before it goes public. If you wish to have early access to a video, make sure to sign up at the fan level or above. We'll see you next time.